This qualifying recap brought to you by Phillips Connect, technology that moves us forward.
And she said, watch and see. And you don't normally hear drag racers say such things. She went on and won the race. She knew a little something.
Leah goes 3.689. 327 miles an hour, goes to the top.
Extremely excited. You know, we have two good cars behind us, and we figured that the track could probably hold a little bit more. What was most important to this Rayce Rudeen Foundation team this weekend was starting off Q1 in a different fashion than we have in the last handful of races. And we considered it a little bit conservative for what we would go up there for. So what that did is just give us a really good solid look into our tuning window, our power band, exactly how big that is, where to go from there. And it was so big that I don't know if TV caught it or anything, but it pulled probably the biggest wheelie I ever have mid-track, and that I'm still a little jittery from it just because it was, man, I left, things were going fine. I had a little bit of shake, like a high-speed shake, it got through that, and then half track, I'm nice and square, and then all of a sudden, boom, makes two big moves, and I'm like, this isn't a power situation, like a cylinder out, like we're still like hunkering down, and man, we might, I don't know, I just got up here, so don't exactly know if there's any particular more work to do. It's nothing like what Tony had, Schumacher, but we're just making that power, and again, this is our first race with this team needing to find our baseline.
How do you put that in the past? Throw down right here.
Well, Robert Hight also has a whole lot of connections to this part of the country from back when he was a young man. I mean, not that he's old now, but you get the idea.
Older.
3.825, 332 miles an hour, and the Auto Club Chevy goes to the top.
You have to have a game plan when you come into one of these races, and you can't think of the end result. You know, you can't think of winning. You've got to go one run at a time, really focus, and you know, job well done to the Auto Club team tonight. You know, tonight's for position. Okay, that's where you're going to end up on Sunday for position. Tomorrow's going to be hotter. That's when you're really focusing on trying to get a good race day setup, and you know, one step down. And I mean, unless a cold front comes in, that's probably going to hold for number one. So good job to my team, and tomorrow is equally important, if not more important, that you go out there and you make two good runs that are respectable and consistent.
Or maybe he was just having a little fun out there in the water box.
.549, 210.87. Troy Coughlin goes to the top.
Very pleased. Everybody works so hard in Elite. That family is just extremely hardworking, and you can tell every team helps each other, and everybody wants to win, and we have one goal, and that's to turn beacons on and make good laps as a group as a whole. So it's an exciting thing to be a part of.
Number one right now, Matt Smith. Steve Johnson goes 1:03.9 to 60 feet, and he goes 6:74.
Look, to everybody that's interested, I always want to be able to, from now on, promote the fact that it is so hard to ride a pro stock motorcycle. There is a rule in the book, and the book's this thick, about all the things that can go on in NHRA drag racing, and every bit of ballast has to be mounted to the vehicle. With every 5 pounds is a 3/8 bolt, I believe, is the rule. And whether John Force or Tony Schumacher, Mason McGahey, whatever it is, they are all strapped to their car. They do not move, and all their ballast is bolted on. We have dynamic ballast. It's what makes our motorcycles really so unique in the Camping World Series, because we have 150 pounds moving around on a motorcycle, or 170 in some cases. Angel's 32 pounds, you know, so it's like, it's still a dynamic movement, and that in itself is hard to control when you're going 0 to 60 in a second.
Competition Plus is your go-to source for the latest in drag racing news. For over 20 years, CompetitionPlus.com has provided news you can trust, thoroughly researched and delivered as quick and fast as it can be uploaded. Whether it's nitro or stock, drag radial or pro modified, our writers are trained to bring you the inside story time and time again. We have it all from in-depth news articles to the latest in high-performance products to the scuttlebutt making its way around the pits. Original video content from the stars in drag racing also makes CompetitionPlus.com the ultimate one-stop shop for die-hard drag racing fans. Don't make CompetitionPlus.com your only stop on the information superhighway. Make it your first. For news you can trust and have trusted for 20 years, visit CompetitionPlus.com. Be sure to download our mobile app. It's a free download on the Apple Store and Google Play.